We receive hundreds of stories from our fans. Shadow figures, disembodied voices, things that haunt the edges of the ordinary. But some stories stick with you. This is one of those. It comes from rural Iowa, surrounded by endless cornfields. The names are changed, but the terror is real. What you're about to hear is a chilling, unexplained disappearance. The land here is beautiful by day, but at dusk, it changes. Shadows stretch, the wind carries secrets. Locals whisper that the fields remember those who never left. Our story centers on Leo, a young farmhand, practical and skeptical who never believed the old legends. But one late summer evening as a storm approached, Leo's skepticism would be shattered. Alone in the fields, he was about to encounter something ancient and unseen. This is a place where the veil between worlds feels thin, and sometimes the land itself listens. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Leo shut off his tractor. Silence fell, heavy, unnatural. The wind sounded different, almost like a sigh from the earth. He felt watched, surrounded by towering corn that closed in as darkness deepened. Then, a whisper, soft, almost human, carried on the wind. Leo pulled out his phone, recording to prove it was just the wind. But the whispers grew louder, more distinct, a chorus of voices, everywhere and nowhere. Fear crept in. This wasn't his imagination. The whispers weren't stories. They were real. He strained to understand, but the words slipped away, just out of reach. The dread was primal, cold. Something was out there, hidden in the stalks. Leo was no longer just a farmhand, he was an intruder, and the field was warning him. Leo edged toward the field's border, flashlight trembling in his hand. "Hello?" he called, but the silence swallowed his voice. Then, a rustle, heavy and deliberate, moving through the corn. He swept his light, but saw only green walls. The sound drew closer, paralleling him, hidden just out of sight. The whispers returned, angrier now, a menacing jumble. Cold sweat broke out on his forehead. The old stories rushed back. Never answer the whispers, or the field will learn your voice. Panic surged. He stumbled backward, fear overwhelming his skepticism. He had to get away from the voices, from the thing in the corn. Every instinct screamed, run. The field was alive and it was closing in. He bolted for the barn. Leo sprinted for the barn, the whispers surging behind him. The rustling in the corn grew frantic. Something was chasing him. He reached the barn, yanking at the door. It wouldn't budge. Trapped, he pressed his back to the wood, heart pounding. Silence fell. Then a voice called from the corn, his own. "It's okay, come here." The field mimicked him perfectly. His blood ran cold. The field didn't just whisper, it listened, learned, and used your own voice against you. The old stories were true. The voice called again, soft and persuasive. "Leo, we've been waiting for you." He stood on the edge of an abyss, his own voice inviting him to step in. The field wanted him, and it almost had him. What happened next remains a mystery. The next morning, Leo's truck was found by the field, keys in the ignition, but Leo was gone. No footprints, no struggle, just his phone, screen cracked, near the barn. On the phone, a 10-minute audio file. Wind, rustling corn, then whispers, Leo's panicked voice, and finally, his own voice calling back from the field. Leo was never found. His disappearance became a local legend. The family avoids that part of the farm after dark. Some say, on quiet nights, you can still hear the whispers. And sometimes, Leo's voice among them. A chilling echo, a digital footprint of the unknown. The land keeps its secrets. And sometimes, it calls you by name.